relationship with God, right? It takes intentional effort. It takes time. It takes investment.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the same for people around us too.
Yeah, most definitely.
They'd be like what it be like. Like you already know what it is. This your boy Calvin Like My Way, and this is Cousin Noah's Growing Through Conversation. And today I got one of my closest and youngest older friends, right? Right?
Oh yeah.
My man, Mr. Rod Smith. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, what's going on?
Man, today I really wanted to have a conversation about not only the importance of, but how we can cultivate good relationships.
Oh yeah.
So when it comes to relationships, many times people always talk about male and female, like it's your wife or a female or vice versa is the only relationship we got. But that ain't the case. Now, that's a very important one now.
Yeah.
Got to have
Got to have that. Yeah.
But when it comes to brotherhood, when it comes to sisterhood, how important is it to have a good unit, man?
As far as
friendship, yeah,
very important because in life you always got to have somebody that you can go to. Of course, you always can go to God, but God always put people in your life that you can go to.
There you go.
You know, so it's very important that you distinguish the ones that you can go to that's really there for you, and the ones that's not.
Okay.
Because they'll both look the same in a certain light. So.
Okay, so when you say distinguish the difference, what are a few characteristics that come to mind when you think of a solid brother or someone that you could confide in?
If I came to you and it ain't nothing that we talked about ever got back out, and you gave me some advice that worked out, and then you were like, yeah, and you didn't be like, yeah, it because of me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know I can go to you, be like, yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if I get halfway out the door and you're already telling everybody what we talked about, or a victory happened, you be like, yeah, man, I told you, hey, this is all me. You know,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, can't trust that.
I get that 100%. Because a lot of times, man, it's some people, not all, but some people really just want praise.
Yep, that's it.
They want all the praise and accolades versus really just trying to help you. You know, for me personally, I've had different conversations with folks and had got some amazing advice. And whenever I go back to give thanks, oh man, I appreciate you for the words you got me through. They tell me, bro, it was just God. Like, and it sounds like cliche in a sense, like, oh man, it's God. But when a person really has that type of energy, like, no, I'm just being used as a vessel to help you. It won't me.
Right.
Like, it's a different type of love, man. It's a different type of care. And when it comes to brotherhood in general, I feel like we got to have an outlet outside of our marriage relationships. We got to have outlets where we can talk in a certain light, because when it comes to men and women, we communicate different.
Yeah.
More times than not, don't come at me, but more times than not, women are more emotional. Yeah. And it's a lot of times it's about how you feel. Where man is more logical, or sometimes we're more straightforward, right? So for us, sometimes we need somebody that can just tell it to us straight.
Yeah.
You know, and not worry about our feelings. That's one thing I know for sure with my brother. They call your boy out. Like, nah, dog, that ain't it. But when it comes to our relationship with God, right? It takes intentional effort. It takes time. It takes investment. I think it's the same for people around us too.
Yeah, most definitely. Because if you don't have none of that, then how do you really gonna know that person that you thinking that you know? You know,
right?
You see what I mean?
Yeah, that was good. Because, like, for real, you don't know, and we have to put something in so we get something out. You know, that's that investment you spoke of. So when it comes to relationships that you have personally, bro, like what's some that come to mind? This can be past, present. I mean, we can't jump to the future yet.
You know, right?
But
I shared with you the whole thing about why I stopped eating pork, because I was gonna try to power through me being that it didn't work well with my body. So
right.
You know what I'm saying? So like forget all the side effects. You know what I'm saying? But whenever you went into deep explanation on why, I was like, oh, okay. So that really helped me out because I was gonna keep doing it. And
so you might want to like let the people know, because out of context,
I didn't know if you
out of context, they may not know what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah. So I used to eat pork a lot. Not a lot, but enough. And it used to make me sick. Like my hands and junk as well, get real bad headaches and stuff. And one day went over Calvin house. I forgot what we were doing, but went over there, and he started telling me about I forgot the guy's name. Some guy.
Some guy.
Yeah, and yeah, and it was talking about pork. And you were saying how it was unclean and stuff like that. So that led me to start researching and looking at videos. And and I was like, oh, okay, so God don't want us to eat pork. So that helped me a whole lot with stop eating pork. So that's one. I appreciate that. Cause I probably would be dead by now. I'm gonna keep doing it. And my brother Quince, there was a few times where I had to call on Quincy, nothing physical, like somebody wanted to fight, nothing like that, but that I was going through some things in life, and his answers really shocked me because I thought he was gonna be like, yeah, Rogers. I thought he was gonna agree with me.
Right.
But he didn't. He surprised me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was like, oh, okay. So it must not be that bad of Quincy telling me not to, do what I wanted to do.
Right.
I can't tell you what
I
yeah. But yeah, and I miss it.
So from what I'm getting, just from like those two examples, is that a brother isn't always going to tell you what you want to hear, but they tell you what you need to hear. That sounds like a crazy, amazing characteristic for us to look for. Don't just look for people to agree with you. Look for people that's going to push you to push past those beliefs that you have, or even the ideas that your flesh wants you to do, right? So that we can be more, do more, and continue to grow. But that's dope. You got any more?
Yeah, I really miss my grandma because I can go maybe a month or two without going to see her, but when we do, man, we'll stay there all day. Yeah, we might fall asleep, wake back up, start back talking again. But it's like we got to fill each other in on what everything has been happening since the last time we talked. And she if I'm going through something in life and I talk to my grandma, she don't just throw a whole bunch of gibberish at me. You know what I'm saying? Because she probably been through everything that I think that terrible. You know what I'm saying? So she just helped me out with a whole lot of knowledge and wisdom that she had. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I was glad to get that from her before she went on.
And that's all right, brother. I know for me, I have a lot from the past, much like you, brother. My dad, some siblings, some cousins, not a lot of y'all, but not a lot of y'all. But and my mom, like now, is a major factor. But also I have brothers and sisters from church that I communicate with on a regular basis that give me a different look, that even challenge my thought processes and some beliefs, and it's beautiful because it's not about being right. It's about walking in truth. Much like you said about your brother, like we expect sometimes we expect people to tell us they agree with us or tell us what we want to hear. But when we get truth don't care about none of that. The truth gonna keep it real with you. And that's what we want in our relationships, our brothers and sisters. We want people that can speak truth and stand on that thing. Now, if you accept it or not, that's up to you. But you want to have people in your corner that can do that for you. I know Pastor David, he's a wonderful brother. You know, he's a little funny now. He crazy. But I love him, man, because he tell it like it is. He tell it like it is. And he ain't gonna sugarcoat it. He can be just as direct with it. And he gonna, hey, the truth is the truth. You know. And be there with you through the tough time, you know? And that's what we need. We don't need people that's just gonna be around us when things are going great. We need folks that's gonna rock in and lock in with us when all hell breaking loose too.
Oh yeah.
You know. But when it comes to your current relationship, bro, like, are there any new people in your life that you connecting with, you latching on to, that you're developing these relationships, or are we looking?
With me, I don't never look. I just wait for it to happen.
So you don't look for it?
Yeah, I don't look for a relationship. I just let it happen organically, as people say. But I can tell you who some people I would like to start, kicking it with.
Yeah.
I already kicked it with Pastor Davidson, so can't say him. But Mallory, Scott, Magnus, Barry. The brothers at church. Yeah. Because each one of them possess something that I think will make my life better. And I'm pretty sure there's something about me I could help them with too. So
absolutely.
Because I ain't too far out there where, like, nah, I can't deal with rock. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, brother.
You know what I'm saying? So
nah, absolutely. Yeah. But that's great, man. I would say I remember it's probably been about about 3 years ago. Pastor David asked me, he was like, hey man, I'm trying to figure out a way to get the brothers involved in church. And I told him straight up, I said, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not coming every week. I'm not coming every week. I said, and me coming to church every week, I ain't gonna build my relationship with anybody in here. I said, the only way that men are gonna connect with other men by doing stuff. Stuff and activities. Like, we have to put our hands to something. Because when you work with somebody or you experience life together, now I can trust you. Now I have a point of reference. Now I can tell if you're a man of work ethic. Right. You're a man of value. You're a man of integrity of your word. Like, the way you talk outside of church, like, that matters to me. And we had this conversation, and he was like, oh man, I like that. Like, it made sense. And from there, I feel like that's when things kind of shifted for me, because, we started riding bikes together. And then we started doing disc golf a little bit, few of the guys and with the kids. And then it was the mud runs and whatnot. Like, these types of activities, for me, it showed, and all I can speak for is me. Right. I don't know what nobody else thinking, but for me, I get to see a different part of you. You know what I mean? Yeah. And instead of it just being let's go out to eat, or let's go to this movie, or you know what I mean? Like, let's do something. Yeah, because that's a controlled environment. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want that. And think about it, with like a movie, we quiet. Yep. Watching life or a story. Right. Versus coming together and living a story together. Right. Like, it's a different experience. And what I would say, for anyone looking to develop a true relationship, true brotherhood, connect, experience something together. Because in these different contexts, it's like when we did the men's retreat, right? Mm-hmm. Like there were times where we broke off in small groups. Mm-hmm. We were all together, but little conversations happened between us, mm-hmm. you know, in little sections. And you just ask a brother, like, yo, how you doing? Mm-hmm. And oh, good. No, like, bro, yeah, how you doing? Mm-hmm. And then a person opens up on a different level, yeah, because we're so used to saying, I'm good. Mm-hmm. I'm good. Bro, I done lost 4, examples. Just lost 4 people this year, mm-hmm. right? How you good? You're not good. You're not good.
Not unless you didn't like them people. If you didn't like them people, then that's definitely.
That's different. But it's like if you lost somebody, you've been going with stuff going on. Life is lifing, mm-hmm. right? You got kids, you got work, you got business, you got marriage. Dude, ain't nobody just great. Mm-mm. There's something. And whenever you open up that door for that level of conversation, the relationships feel different. Mm-hmm. There's a different value because now it's not just, hey, what's up? How's it going?
Right.
Good. Mm-hmm. Good. Me too.
Right.
But it's really like, I care. Mm-hmm. So experience life together, do activities, live this thing, and ask real questions. Not to be nosy, but to be nosy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not in the sense of like, oh, I just want to know what's going on. No, like I care about you. Mm-hmm. And I want to know what's up. Yeah. Where can I be of service? Mm-hmm. How can I help you? Because if I don't know, I don't know.
You don't know. Mm-hmm.
You know, there's been many a times where brothers have moved and stuff. I didn't get asked to help nobody move. Mm-hmm. That was just because I want around, I guess. Yeah. But if I was asked and I was available, bad, mm-hmm. running. But those types of experiences, just like that, you've helped some folks move, right? Mm-hmm. And they've helped you move. Mm-hmm. And there's a different level of that relationship because of that service. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the more that we can interconnect our lives and care for one another with those same things we said about a relationship with God, that intention, mm-hmm. with that communication, with that activity, we'll grow.
We'll grow. Yep.
We'll grow, man. But what would you say for a brother or sisters out there just looking, but they don't talk that much? Like they quiet folks. Mm-hmm. What would your advice be for them? Mm. I know you're a social butterfly. Everybody will talk to you.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, but I know holding it in ain't gonna help.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So just got to. I know I said I don't go looking for it, but sometimes some people do got to look for it, mm-hmm. because if you ain't gonna talk, then it's gonna be hard. You know what I'm saying? But just gonna have to open up. You ain't got to open up all the way like a butterfly. Just peek your head out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Try, but start small. If mm-hmm. you don't, you know what I'm saying. You ain't got to jump clean out there. Just start small with a little bit, and then somehow or another, it's gonna work itself out to where it's gonna manifest to what it's gonna manifest mm-hmm. to. So just sit back, not talking, and it ain't gonna get no better. So just put in that effort, I guess. Mm-hmm. I would say.
I like that. I like that because what I got, because I'm the quiet person. Mm-hmm. That's who I am at my root. Yeah. Y'all catch me on camera, I talk, but
yeah, I remember on the bus. That joke that never talks, son. Yep.
But if you're a quiet person naturally, listen. Put yourself in the environment, mm-hmm. around people, and listen. And with you listening, you can find your places where you can be used, where you can help, where you can be of service, right? And your expertise, your point or your place of genius mm-hmm. will show itself. You don't have to be like anyone else. Mm-hmm. You just have to be you. But you have to put yourself out there in a place or in a position where you can get out.
Yeah.
You know, the Bible talks about living water, right? And living water represents like the spirit. It represents life, right? But there's also water that stands still. There's that stagnant water, and in that there is no life, but it's just decay. It's waste. And if we don't put ourselves in motion, or like brother Barry said in this last message, you got to shake it up.
You got to shake it up.
If you don't shake it up, there will be no motion. So it's time for you to shake up the situation. Put yourself out there. Listen. Give a little of yourself. Speak up. Put out an investment, and you will reap a harvest. I ain't talking about paying nobody to be your friend.
Nah, yeah.
But seriously, invest time, invest effort, do activities, live life with people, amongst the people, and be of service. That would be my advice.
Yeah. Hey, cause we all got something that anybody can take something from. Yeah. So God put something in everybody.
Absolutely. And just because you're quiet don't mean you're meant to be by yourself. Because I'm an introvert with extrovert tendencies. That means I like the center of attention when I'm dancing, or I'm performing, or I'm talking about something big ideas. But for me to recharge, I gotta get by myself for a little while.
Oh yeah.
I gotta get my little quiet time from time to time, right? But I don't fool myself into believing that recharge time is all the time. So take that time when necessary, but put yourself out there. Put yourself out there. Now don't put yourself at the very end of a limb and start cutting off cutting yourself away from the tree, because that ain't gonna end with it.
It's all right.
Truly put yourself out there and have conversations, listen, share, and experience life with your brothers and sisters. And the relationships, they will grow.
They will.
Naturally. So, do you have anything that you would like to share with the guys, the ladies, the family, about how they can grow, or any words of wisdom you just come on your heart that you want to share, brother?
No.
That's good, man. But in all honesty, bro, let's not do it alone. Let's not do it alone. Let's move forward, see what's possible. Because with God, all things are possible. So let's get out there and get to action. Shake it up.
Shake it up.
So till next time, lights out. Chill.